What do you do when someone you love betrays you, and then you find out their cheating partner is someone you already know? When the world flips sideways and you're forced to decide, stay silent or set the record straight in a way they'll never forget. That was the question she never asked herself, yet life handed her the answer. This is the story of Maya, name changed, 9 years into a marriage she thought was safe, only to discover betrayal, secrets, and a shocking connection. It's a story about heartbreak, anger, reclaiming dignity, and realizing that sometimes the best revenge is refusing to stay a victim. Let me tell you how it all unfolded. Maya and Ethan met in their mid-20s. Warm, easy laughter, shared dreams. She, a teacher. He, working in marketing. They built a cozy life in their small city. A modest home, Friday night dinners, vacations over the years. Friends called them steady, reliable. 9 years in, they had habits. She drank her coffee black. He preferred cappuccinos. Their pillow talk, their inside jokes, their slight annoyances, all felt rooted in something solid. She believed they'd grow old together. Yet beneath the surface, cracks had quietly formed. It started small. Ethan's phone would be face down on the table when she walked into the room. He'd excuse himself to take urgent calls in the bathroom. His social media notifications would light up late at night, then go quiet again. When she asked innocently, "Everything okay?" he'd reply, "Just work stuff," with a half smile as though masking something. Maya chalked it up to stress, deadlines, and external pressures. She imagined perhaps a client issue, a demand at work, nothing personal. Still, the doubts sat in her chest, a small seed she couldn't shake. One evening, she scrolled through her DMs, nothing unusual. But a message popped up from someone she recognized, Alicia. Alicia was an old friend of a friend, someone from college circles. They'd met at a mutual friend's wedding years ago. They never became close, but she knew enough. She was married, had kids, and lived in the same city neighborhood. The message from Alicia was blunt. "He's lying to you." Maya's heart skipped. Lying how? To whom? She froze, fingers hovering. The rest of the message didn't come. Alicia didn't respond when Maya asked for context. Still, the quiet message was a spark. She couldn't pretend she didn't read it. Maya spent nights awake, replaying every conversation, every odd behavior. The seed of doubt grew into a creeping fever. She became more attentive. When Ethan left the room, she'd glance at his screen. When he said work, she'd check his office computer, his browser history. She justified it. If he's hiding, I deserve to know. One Saturday afternoon, she sat at their kitchen table. Ethan was upstairs, sorting files. She opened his laptop under the guise of finding a PDF he asked for. But she navigated to his email and to a message thread from Alicia. In that thread, she saw moments. Flirtatious banter. A photo that was deleted, but a thumbnail remained. A silhouette of two people in a dimly lit restaurant. Lines like, "I can't wait to see you," and "Be careful he doesn't find out." Her hand shook. Her world tilted. She closed the laptop, exhaled, and waited. When Ethan came down, she was trying to seem calm. She asked him to bring coffee. He did. She held the mug, but barely touched it. He asked what was wrong. She muttered something about stress and left for a walk. That night, they argued quietly. He said she was being paranoid. She asked why his phone went dark when she entered the room. He said it was a bad habit. He said she should trust more. She said he should stop lying. But the lie had already pulled its roots deep. Maya decided she needed to confirm with solid proof. She waited for Alicia to message again, and she did. Alicia, cautious and secretive, messaged simply, "Meet me tonight. I'll show you." They arranged to meet at a quiet cafe away from where Maya lived. Maya drove there, heart pounding, palms sweating. Alicia arrived, husband late, children in tow. Her face looked drawn. They sat in a corner booth. Alicia slid her phone across. She unlocked it, and in her gallery showed images. A picture of Ethan and Alicia together, laughing. Dinner receipts at upscale restaurants. Not places Ethan normally went. Travel itineraries to a nearby city for weekend getaways she never knew about. Alicia told her in a whisper, "We never meant for this to go on so long." I tried to stop. Maya's throat tightened. Why didn't you tell me? Alicia's eyes fell. I was afraid. And I liked him. Then Alicia paused. She looked at Maya, tears brimming. He said he loved you, but he was unhappy. He said he was stuck. Maya left the cafe shaking, with the proof burning in her pocket. She texted Ethan. We need to talk. Tonight. Be home. At home, the air felt heavy. Their house, once safe, felt cold. Ethan walked in. She faced him, phone in hand. Is this true? She asked. He saw the photos. His face paled. He stammered, Maya, She interrupted. Don't lie to me. He tried to explain. Stress, loneliness. He didn't feel connected. She hadn't been the same. She let him talk while she nodded, breathing, listening. But every word felt like salt in a wound. When he finished, she said, I deserve honesty, Ethan, not permission to doubt. They sat, silent. That night, they didn't sleep. She lay awake, thinking about the years, the gestures, the betrayal. In the days that followed, their home was divided into separate rooms. The kitchen was mine, hers. She took baths later, cooked for one. He stayed in the office. Maya contacted a lawyer, just in case. She considered separation. She spoke to close friends. She journaled like her life depended on it. Yet something inside her shifted. In her anger, she felt alive. In her sadness, she felt real. She no longer wanted to fade from the story. One evening, Ethan asked if they could try counseling. He said he regretted it. He wanted to work. Maya listened, with soft fury in her eyes. She paused. I will go, she said, but on one condition. He waited. Honesty. Total transparency. No secrets, no deleted messages, no excuses. He nodded, but the ground had already turned. Weeks passed. They met with a counselor. They cried, yelled, and tried. Yet trust felt broken beyond repair. Then one afternoon, a mutual friend messaged Maya. Did you know Alicia's husband reached out to me? He's asking weird questions. A shock ricocheted through her. Alicia's husband, Michael, was asking around. What did he know? When would he confront? She messaged Michael. It started innocently. Hey, hope you're okay. He answered, I'm not okay. I'm lost. I just want the truth. They exchanged messages. Michael didn't accuse. He asked for context, dates, receipts, proof. She hesitated, then decided she would give him the proof. She drafted a long message. I'm so sorry. You deserve to know everything. He's been cheating. Here are pictures, receipts, travelogues. I didn't do this to hurt you. I did this to survive. She sat back, trembling, then hit send. In the hours that followed, Michael read. He replied simply, Thank you. I deserve that. Then, your strength is something else. And suddenly, Maya had not just confronted her betrayal. She was no longer alone. That night, Ethan confronted her. Why did you tell him? Because truth should not be someone else's burden to carry. He flinched. She packed a bag. She told him she needed space. He pleaded, apologized, and said his love was still there. Maya looked at him, tears in her eyes. You told lies. Your love turned to deceit overnight. I will not live in a house of shadows. She left and stayed with her sister. Michael, meanwhile, was reeling. He confronted Alicia. Their marriage crumbled. Maya and Michael exchanged words. Empathy, pain, grief. But no romance. She was angry, yes, but she was not a pawn in someone's revenge plot. She wanted to heal. In the weeks that followed, Ethan moved out. They sorted finances, legal matters, and heartbreak. Maya cried, screamed, and begged. She also laughed again at things she forgot she liked. Old songs, walks in the park, a cup of coffee in the morning light. She stood up again. In the quiet after storms, Maya sat in her new apartment, looking over the city lights. She held her journal. She thought, I will survive this. I will not let betrayal define me. Her phone buzzed. A message from a friend. You're one of the strongest people I know. She faintly smiled and typed back. I'm only human. But the truth is mine now. The road ahead would be messy. Healing is not linear. But she reclaimed autonomy, rebuilt her boundaries, and relearned self-worth. She learned that sometimes the most powerful act is refusing to stay silent. Maya's story echoes a painful reality many face. The shock of betrayal, the self-doubt, the darkness. but also the moment, small yet seismic, when someone chooses truth over comfort, agency over silence. If there's one lesson here, betrayal may damage, but it doesn't have to be defined. You can gather the pieces and choose who you become next. Maybe you listen to this story from the hurt, and you feel less alone. Maybe you listen from a place of suspicion, and you find courage. Or maybe you just walk away changed, seeing that in the aftermath, truth, though painful, often becomes the strongest weapon. Thank you for letting me tell you Maya's story. May it remind you of your resilience, your voice, and your power to turn betrayal into rebirth.